What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the It Doesn't Matter podcast. I'm your host. I'm the Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with Poppy Platino. I'm here with BDC. And I'm here with the man with all the knowledge, the man that chose tonight's show. I'm here with Strat Facts. Fellas, what's going on?
What's going on, baby? How we going to talk about this?
How we going to talk about it? We're going to talk. I'm going to ask the questions, and y'all going to give me the answers, and we are going to navigate through Clash of Champions 1989, which was a wild time in history because Ric Flair was the world heavyweight champion. Terry Funk, he was going crazy. Sting and Lex Luger, they were on the rise. So we're breaking it all down. They're doing everything to try to take out the competition of the World Wrestling Federation. Strap, why'd you choose Clash of the Champions 8's Fall Brawl?
Well, just as you mentioned, Dom, it's a very special time. It's, we know our history a little bit, some more than others perhaps, but, this is WCW, NWA, right at that transition point. They don't know who they are, okay? And they have rising stars. They have stars from the previous Jim Crockett promotions, and now it's a mishmash of both of those things. And you're thinking about it, it was 1989, right? So the mega powers collide on the other channel, and they're ushering their way into the WWF of the 1990s and WCW of the 1990s. We'll get into the matches here, but you see Sting right on the ascent, on the rise here. You see Luger there, so let's get into the show and let's see where it goes.
First and foremost, I love this time in WCW NWA history because I like the dark lighting. I like how the lights just focused on the action in the ring. And the music is pretty dope back then too.
And I like how the crowd was invested the entire fucking show.
Whole damn show.
Yeah.
The whole show. That shit was
They
lit.
were invested.
This is true. All right, well, we kick off with a video package of Ric Flair getting double teamed by Terry Funk and the great Muda. And then we see they take out the head of security, Doug Dillinger. It's crazy seeing Doug Dillinger back then. Like, I always seen this guy back in the day.
Yeah.
As that, but then when you see Doug Dillinger in the late 90s and early 2000s, like with the big gray bush beard and whatnot, I'm like, wait a minute, that was you back in the day?
Yeah.
And the pot gut, he was actually in some type of shape back in '89.
He looked like an usher from like old movie theater back in the day. All right, well, at this time, while Ric Flair is going to take out Sting, he comes out, he makes the save, and that's going to be supposed to be our main event, Sting and Ric Flair taking on Muda and Terry Funk. But things happen. All right, so we have Jim Ross and Jim Cornette on commentary, and we are in South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, that is. In our opening match, we have the Samoan SWAT team, the SST. Yes. Samu and Fatu with a wise man, Paul E. Dangerously. And they are taking on the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal. And, man, first of all, I got hyped for that Iron Maiden theme song.
Yeah.
That got me hyped.
Yeah.
That was dope. But where the hell were their shoulder pads at?
I don't think they had those at the time. I think those would come in play, I think, around 91, 92.
They had shoulder pads because I forgot exactly what year. It might have been 87 or 88. They took the spike off one of the shoulder pads and they stabbed Dusty in the eye with that shit.
Oh,
which might be the reason they don't have them now.
That's probably what it is. Plus you got to remember they're on TBS. They're not on pay-per-view, so yeah, there was some
TBS may have some restrictions on it.
Yeah,
weird.
We'll have to follow up. We'll have to follow up on that to see why that was.
You'll we'll talk
you don't
about.
Think they could wear about what we're gonna see in the main event? What we're gonna see later on tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too because I remember somebody on a different podcast talking about that, and let's say that penalty was really high,
just a tad.
All right, well, this was a very physical fight, and these guys are going at it. The crowd was live, like we said beforehand. Fatu Rikishi, he got hit with a cell phone, and then he took that doomsday device like he ate it. He ate it. It's like you can't brace yourself for a Doomsday Device. That's one of the moves I would never want to take whatsoever. But yeah, the Road Warriors got the win, and it was a good opening match to kick off the show. Strap, what are your thoughts on this opening match?
Just like you guys mentioned, I thought it was a great cover of the song Iron Man. Whatever they chose to use for the Road Warriors entrance, the fans were hot nonstop the entirety of this opening match. I mean, it made us all smile and happy just a second ago, and that's just what pro wrestling should be. The whole show was lit like that, and you just missed that. I mean, I seen a clip, of The Rock wrestling Ric Flair in the summer of 2002. The crowd is dead.
Yeah.
Do you know who's in front of you?
Yeah.
Ric Flair and The Rock. And you're just like, meh. But man, you had the Road Warriors here, and speaking of those shoulder pads, I remember the WCW Nintendo video game. They were on the cover wearing those spiky pads. I don't know when that video game came out, but they definitely had them around this time. But yeah, it was a hot opening match, and we just saw SummerSlam '94, the Head Shrinkers, man. Boom, here they are with the Wise Man. It's just crazy. It's like we don't do this intentionally. If we do these shows, the It Doesn't Matter podcast week to week, and we still never get the clap right. But we don't necessarily plan how we watch them. Like some things we do, but not to have the opening match of SummerSlam '94 with the Head Shrinkers, Rikishi and Samu, and then these guys here, the Samoan SWAT team. You just couldn't plan it any better. Sometimes wrestling is cyclical; it just comes around again and again. But anyway, the It Doesn't Matter podcast, big fan of hot opening matches. This counts. Definitely a hot opening match. And I wouldn't want to take the Doomsday Device either, Dom.
No, absolutely not.
BDC, what are your thoughts on this match?
Very physical, but then again, it's the Road Warriors and it's the Samoan SWAT team, so what do you expect? I love the match. I thought it was a great opening match. I just saw a whole bunch of brutes just brutalizing each other, and it was just great to see.
Platino?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, man. These two tag teams were, whew, LOD, man. You just the sound, man. When you hear that, you're like, ooh. They didn't even have that What a Rush is yet. So just Iron Man coming out, ooh.
Didn't need it. Right.
And Fatu and Samu getting their licks in. Whew. Yeah, I was like, oh, hold up. I'm not used to the Road Warriors taking a little beating, but the Samoan SWAT team showed them like, yo, you can fight. We can fight with you guys too. We keep up with y'all. So, so two Samoans versus two badasses again. Yeah, sign me up again if this ever comes up on a review.
And you almost. With us seeing the Legion of Doom through the 90s and into 2000, you forget just how jacked both of these boys were. Because my God, they were jacked in '89. It was ridiculous. Like I see them come down the room, I'm like, damn, wait a minute, I don't remember them like that.
No,
they were absolutely jacked. Yep.
Yeah, Mike Headstring or Headstring. I can't.
Headstring. No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. He was the more leaner of the guys. Mm-hmm. He was more cut up, and then Hawk.
Yeah, Animal was ridiculous.
Yeesh. That's a main event look. Talk about the airport test. You see those two guys? Like, yep, leave them alone.
Yep.
Then you got Animal's brother John Laurinaitis. Sit your ass down, snitch.
People power. People power.
You like my skateboard?
That's right, boss. All right, well, it's unanimous. The opening match, it does matter. Absolutely. All right, our next match, we have the Cuban Assassin taking on the Z-Man, Tom Zink. Platino, who the hell is the Cuban Assassin?
I have no idea, bro. At all. I wasn't watching NWA at this time.
Well, we
then
were
again,
only
I was
one
a
at the
lot.
time when this show took place.
I never watched NWA or WCW growing up, so.
Oh yeah, that is true. All right, so Strap, who's the assassin?
I wanted to say last week when you were announcing the lineup, I'm like, oh, that's Miguel Perez. Eventually, he became part of the Los Boricuas, but no, it was not him. It was some other dude. And whoever this guy was, this Mr. Cuban Assassin guy, if that's his real name, he looks like he went to the Goodwill store next to the Tampa Armory in 1987. He looks like the ultimate Chicano warrior.
Oh my!
Yes, this ultimate Chicano warrior. He had some army fatigues on and some Hulk Hogan boots.
I know.
Yes, exactly. What you gonna do, hermano?
I can't stand y'all. God damn it.
Brother. Or mijo.
No,
whatever it is.
So,
son.
So,
Hold on.
Corrections up and down the card here.
oh my God.
Oh, Spanish lesson of the day. Mijo.
All right. Well, this is the debut of the Z-Man, Tom Zink. We seen Tom Zink earlier in WrestleMania 3. Yeah, he was in the Can-Am Express connection with Rick Martel. So this is his debut in WCW World Championship Wrestling NWA. This match was nothing special, and Z-Man, he wins with a sleeper. BDC, what are your thoughts on this match?
I didn't know who the guy was. I knew who Zink was. I watched the match. By the time it was over, I didn't really care to know who either one was.
So it doesn't matter for you, I see.
Not at all. And by the name, his name is Angel Acevedo. He's also gone by Angelo Castro, the Cuban Commando, and El Mercenario.
Question is he really Cuban?
He is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah. Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and Cubans, we all share the closest blood. That was something we all share.
Wait. The red, white, and blue flag, right?
Yeah, that too.
All right, Flosno, what are your thoughts on this match right here?
Like you said, it was nothing special. I didn't know who Z-Man was. I've heard so much about him from Tony Schiavone in his podcast. I was like, all right, so this is the guy that Tony's always fond of. I see it. Good looking dude, seemed like he knows what he's got. He knows what to do around the ring. But like you said, the match wasn't really anything. It didn't really highlight him too much. So it didn't really matter to me.
BDC, your thoughts?
Well, already gave him, but Zink was pretty much WCW's answer to Tito Santana.
Fail.
That was his partner, though, right? Yeah, that was his partner.
At one point, that was his partner in WWF. But I'm saying Zink was basically WCW's answer to Tito Santana in the WWF. That's pretty much they were pretty much along the same line. They get occasional wins. Tito Santana guy had his push at one point, so did Zink. But for the most part, they were putting over talent, and people were still popular enough that they would get matches, but they weren't catching a whole lot of W's towards the middle and the end of their careers.
Strap.
I wrote a note here, and I really did have to say, call one of these guys the ultimate Chicano warrior, and I didn't remember which one was which, but now I do. the Z-Man, young, good-looking talent, and so yeah, he was the one that looked like the ultimate Chicano warrior. And the other dude, man, he just like, yo, hey you, just get in the ring. I don't have my gear. Who cares? Get in the ring. You're jobbing anyway. That's what this guy looked like. Oh man, I mean. We're looking forward to the show. It started off hot. You still got a hot crowd, and you have to have those filler matches, and this was one of them, and that's all it was. I knew it wasn't going to be anything good, and that's okay. It was not. This match doesn't matter, and that's okay.
It doesn't matter. Unanimous. All right. So after this, we see Ric Flair. He's receiving a plaque because it is Ric Flair Day in North Carolina
in 1989.
Yes.
And had another, 16, 17 years to go after that?
Longer than that.
Yeah.
As an active wrestler, yeah, that's an impressive streak, an impressive stretch to know that he got those accolades back then, and he still went on another 17 years after that.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, after this, we have Ranger Ross taking on Sid Vicious with Dan Spivey and Teddy Long. Strap, who the hell is Ranger Ross?
I believe he's Ahmed Johnson's father. No, but I don't know who Ranger Ross is either. Man, you might as well have him put in a tag team with the Cuban Assassin and call them the old age in-laws. I don't know. But, you know, so I can't speak much for Ranger Ross here. But, you know, you have Sid Vicious here. He's looking like $1 million. Teddy Long is managing him.
Oh, my God.
And can you imagine if Psycho Sid was a consistent performer? You know, we love Sid, but, you know, he took a lot of breaks, softball, all that stuff, and stabbings and all kinds of issues. But if he stuck around, if he was a consistent performer, much like a big evil Red Devil, The Undertaker, could you imagine when Teddy Long was SmackDown general manager and he would threaten people on SmackDown like, tonight, you're going 1-on-1 with Psycho Sid! And not The Undertaker. I just thought that was interesting. Oh, yeah, this match. Oh, yeah. I bet there was a match here.
About that.
Yeah, you nailed him with the powerbomb.
It was over.
And that's it. Good powerbomb. Good job, buddy.
Did you enjoy it? Did it matter?
You know what? Just to see the big man Sid Vicious do the one move he can do, it matters.
All right, well, before we let you all two get into it, I didn't know Ranger Ross was a black dude. I always heard his name in the podcast. Next thing you know, you watch the show, like, wait, oh, you a black dude? All right. It is what it is. But Sid, he looked impressive at this time. I wish we had this Sid Vicious years later, because Sid, he had Ranger Ross and the damn whirly bird.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
He had it with that sick ass helicopter. That I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then he hit him with the power bomb.
Not a small dude. Pause.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Ranger Ross was like what, 240, 250? They said. Oh,
he whirled that dude around and said, I was like, oh shit! Look up to this ass down.
Sid looked like a star right here, and then you see Dan Spivey with that bad haircut.
Yeah, that was the skyscraper days, right?
Yeah. Did Dan Spivey go to WWFE?
He was there for a time.
What was his character?
Dangerous Dan. Wait, was it Dangerous Dan Spivey?
Yeah, I believe so. Dangerous Dan Spivey. It wasn't Mercy Whalen, was he?
Whalen Mercy.
Well, you know what? It might have been Mercy Whalen.
Yeah.
Whalen Mercy.
Yeah,
Whalen Mercy.
One of those. Damn.
Yeah.
Iteration.
Cold Stone Cold.
Oh man, I have to say it matters. This match matters for me because Sid looked good.
Sid.
He was taunting.
Sid.
Yeah, it was a Sid show right there.
And you can hear the announcer saying, "This guy's a future champion." Just looking at him, he's like, he said, "Oh, he's only been wrestling for like a year or so." And he's so impressive. Just say it again. Second week in a row. You can't teach it. Can't buy it. Can't sell it.
You just got it. And he definitely had it. He definitely had it.
Yeah, Lord Humongous. That's crazy. That's a stupid name, but
you managed. You guys enjoy this Sid match, the squash match?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Absolutely.
Just the whirly bird alone. That one was like, oh,
that was impressive.
Yeah.
So if Tom Zink would have did that to the Cuban Assassin, that match would have mattered?
A little bit.
No, still wouldn't.
Tom Zink never beat Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series 1996.
I agree. Because you know why? He ain't the man! I am! Oh man, I wish we had him just for 30 minutes. I would have loved to just, praise him.
All right, well after this,
peace, brother.
Yes, after this we see Missy Hyatt and Robin Green going shopping. Platina, you know who Robin Green is?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is woman. unfortunate wife of the one and only Chris Benoit.
She's the unfortunate wife, ex-wife of Kevin Sullivan. God damn it!
At that time, they were still
There
married.
there was just a lot of misfortune when it comes to her.
Yeah.
She looked good.
Oh,
She
Boy,
chose.
she looked good.
Yeah, she
I didn't
show.
she looked amazing. Yeah.
watching this though, I thought this was like the intro to a mattress queen movie.
Yeah, they went
If you
shopping.
know what I mean.
They went shopping. They had a little lingerie on, a little
Yep.
Nigel J. How do you say it?
Nigel
Negligee.
McGuinness.
Yeah, Nigel J.
Nigel,
J.
did you say Nigel J?
Nigel J.
That's a clip. That is
Whatever.
a clip.
Clip that. Clip it.
That better be on our shit. I better see this reel tomorrow.
20 minutes in.
It's the best and worst of Dom's pronunciations.
Here comes.
I
Here
speak
comes
two
the
languages,
title.
so sometimes I
Yeah.
speak English and Spanish at the same time.
Look, I even got the title for you. What the hell is Nigel J?
There you go.
Oh man. Anyways, they went shopping and Robin Green, she pulled out the American Express card. I'm wondering whose card was that? Was that
I
Kevin
think
Sullivan's?
No, I think she said it was Ric
Steiner's?
Flair's. I think it was
Was it
Ric
Ric
Flair's.
Flair's or was it Rick Steiner?
No, actually, no. I think it was Rick Steiner. No, it was Rick Steiner. Who?
Damn.
Who?
That's exactly what he's gonna say when he sees that check, that credit card.
Broke.
That dog got it.
Oh no!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh no!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And it's amazing, just looking at the way they used to do credit cards back then to the way they are now. This tap
Yeah.
system compared to just this.
Yeah,
You can only imagine how long it
you
took.
gotta hand them the card. They give you that paper slip back. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how long it took before these credit card companies got the receipt to that shit. Was it like immediate or? Because technology back then was not how it is now.
You want to find out? Watch the movie Jumpin' Jack Flash or Whoopi Goldberg. Tells you all about it.
Okay.
yeah.
John, remember that movie? Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Know the title. Don't know the movie.
Check it
Oh,
out.
I
I used
know.
to watch it back in the day on TBS. Dinner in the Movie.
Yep.
Friday nights.
Yeah, I didn't
what
really
you-
have TBS growing up.
What you cook?
No, that's what the thing that they have.
I know, yeah, but they taught you a recipe while you watch the movie. You got to cook something.
Yeah,
I think
so
I
steak
was eating
from
Mike and Ike's
Hungry
back
Man.
then. I don't know.
All I know is for everybody who ever called Whoopi Goldberg ugly, y'all need to watch that movie and it'll change your mind.
Say less.
Well, you think she looked good?
Holler, if you hear me.
You think she looked good in that movie?
Well, first off, she always looked good, but she looked really good in that movie. Watch it again.
For the longest time, I didn't know
Watch
Whoopi
it
had no
again.
damn eyebrows.
Yeah, she sure didn't.
Stone Cold neither. Well, no, he was just blonde.
Well, he's cuter than Whoopi.
He's a cat dad. Ow. Now he's a cat dad, so it's something we have in common.
All right. Well, our next match is for the tag team titles. We have the fabulous Freebirds, who are your champions. And they are taking on the Steiner brothers of Rick and Scott Steiner. And they come out with Robin and Missy Hyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! First of all, the women looking scrumptious.
The women were womening. Yeah.
Yes. The Freebirds had their music. They can't go wrong with that. Steiner's.
Mm-hmm.
Scott had the little trunks on. Ain't used to seeing Scott with the trunks, but the little brother bigger than the big brother. Tell you that.
Yep. Rick, I forgot that Rick used to rock the Michigan singlet. I forgot about that.
Never returned it? Oof, that stinks.
Probably still got the same headgear too from Michigan.
Yeah.
Hey, Dom,
He was all Michigan back in the day. I can't
you
say
remember
shit.
high school when we got our singlets?
Yeah, it felt like Kurt Angle.
You go to tell our coach, hey, you got an iron?
Yeah, give it some regular
That
shit
shit
from the
was
bottom
so
of the barrel.
wrinkled. Our coach
Oh,
looked at me, he's like, where'd you get this kid? I'm like, this is my boy.
Yeah. How long did y'all last on the wrestling team?
We didn't wrestle.
2 days.
That's what I mean. I had a week of conditioning and I quit. And then I came back and I was around for 2 months and then I quit again.
I did
It
2
was
days.
rough.
That was it.
Rough.
I never did wrestling. I should have, but I was
Me
already
and another
skinny.
black guy
Yeah.
quit at the same time.
My school didn't have wrestling.
My whole team was black people.
Is that why you quit?
I looked to my left, he was black. I looked to my right, he was black.
Traffic done.
It's a good time, really good times.
He's always welcome to the barbecue.
What you mean, you people?
The black guy to play the black guy. That's black.
When the white guy gotta play the black.
Bunch of black guys and Steve Montanari.
Right down the road.
We're off the rails.
All right, well, back to this tag team match.
Ooh, Jesus.
Another physical match right here. Rick
Yep.
Steiner with them damn stiff-ass Steiner lines.
Oof.
He came in the ring on fire, barking up a storm and whatnot. Scotty looking impressive without Frankensteiner.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I never seen him do the Steiner screwdriver on camera. Like, I seen like the YouTube clips, but like I never seen him like do it in the match. That's all just what, TV stuff?
I think he did that one or two or twice, and then he probably got sued, or they said, that doesn't look safe, brother.
I know he did it in TNA one time.
Yeah, I think he
So who?
didn't really do it in NWA, WCW all that much. He did it in Indies a lot. He did it when he was in Japan. He'd do it there,
I'm not doing
but
it.
he didn't really do it. He didn't really do it on TV in WCW or NWA or anything like that. Although I would have loved to have seen it because that move is killer, literally and figuratively. He had better control, but he had better control of it at one point. It seemed like he kind of lost control of it.
Well, he lost control of a lot of things.
Yeah, it seems he lost control of it, which is crazy for a guy of his stature and strength that he could lose control of that.
Yeah. Well, the finish of the match, we see Scott Steiner run the ropes, and he gets tripped up. Then he literally like bend down, and he got DDT'd, and the match is over.
Yep.
The Freebirds kept the tag titles.
He got tripped. He
I'm
got
not
tripped
gonna
into
lie.
a DDT.
I like that though. I like the way that ended. It's very realistic because you get so like hyped up and amped that you forget how to actually move properly because you're just like, all right, I'm going to the next move, and then boom, trip up. You're like, ooh,
Well,
that's a nice ending.
Well, the thing of it was, is you find out that he was tripped by somebody, and they were accusing, the fans were accusing Robin. Rick Steiner was accusing Missy because, of course, Robin's his woman. So he was accusing Missy, and there was not a camera view that gave you a clearer picture of who tripped them. You just saw women's hair, but at the time, both of them, their hair was similar color.
Mm-hmm.
So you never really knew.
Missy had blonde
Missy
hair.
was blonde.
Missy was blonde, but the top of Robin's head looked kind of blondish too, and that's what you got.
I don't know what you're saying, bro. I mean,
No,
my vision's bad, but jeez.
Dead ass. Because I looked, I was like, because I thought I was like, oh wait, that's Missy. And I looked, I was like, wait, could that be Robin? Okay.
That was Whoopi Goldberg.
Look at the type of the head. Nah, definitely wasn't Whoopi. That's for damn sure. I promise you, definitely not Whoopi. Definitely not Whoopi. So.
Yeah, so Scotty got tripped by one of the women. We see one of the replay angles, and we did see Big Bush.
Yeah, you
most
saw
likely
bushy
it was
hair.
Nancy,
somebody saw
woman, Robin, whatever you want to call her. But it was an interesting match. I enjoyed it. The finish was unique, and
the
replay wasn't all that, so you couldn't figure it out who it was. But
I love that, and I love that for the angle because there was no clear cut. You knew somebody tripped them, but you just didn't know who. And it's just the confusion after the match, and not being able to get a definitive answer because they had no footage that would show it was a nice touch. Because usually when you have a match and something goes wrong like that, there's usually a camera that's like, oh, see, he did it or she did it, and and then what do? Absolutely nothing because the referee's word is final. So it was a nice touch.
Platinum, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I did like this match, especially the way that ended. I had to go back and watch it. I was like, did I miss something? Like, did Scotty really trip? Or then they went back to the replay angle. I was like, Oh wow, like that's a really nice angle. Like I've never seen that before, and it's something that maybe they should bring back one day, like for a special occasion where the angle is just perfect, where you don't see who it is that did what they did. So I liked it from what it did. I mean, Steiner's those matches are going to be hard hitting anyways, and this is one of the few times I've actually seen the Freebirds wrestling. And Michael Hayes, man, hey, they're right. That man could get the crowd going. It makes sense why he was the manager for the Hardys and why they reached the heights that they've been to right now. So, thank you for that.
Strap.
It was a really good match. I did think it went a little bit too long, but it was more of a great showcase for the Steiner brothers, but specifically Scott Steiner. And I mean, considering the state of the NWA and WCW at the time, it's kind of like no one was paying attention to these guys. I mean, maybe people were, but hey, everyone like us, I think, we were all WWF guys, or, we were paying attention to that. We know their history very well. And if you compare the action between the two companies, it's like no one in WWF was doing anything close to what Scott Steiner was doing. Scott Steiner was a beast, and we don't appreciate. We're appreciating it now. How many years after the fact that this guy was amazing? You're talking about the Steiner screwdriver and him doing that. It's not the Hurricanrana, it's the Frankensteiner.
Yep.
Right? There is a difference.
Yep.
And him doing that, and both of them, even Rick, he's holding his own as well. But Scott was the innovative one, and he's just showing off, man. He's just showing off, and you got studs like him, Sid Vicious, Lex Luger, and Sting in the locker room. Man, a wild time. Well, there's some footage out there that you can find that proves it was a wild time backstage. But, yeah, the Freebirds coming out here. Michael Hayes making me uncomfortable once more. But this was...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a very fun match. I'd rather call it a spectacle or extravaganza rather than match. I don't know why. If you just call it a match, I think it under-delivered a little bit for me. But if you just call it it's a spectacle because of Scott Steiner alone, I think that's more appropriate. But definitely does matter for me on this one.
Yeah. Does it matter for you guys?
Yes. And I gotta agree with Strap. It wasn't truly a match. It was more like a showcase of showing who Scott Steiner would become. Because I think they seen the talent and they were just like, all right, go show off for a little bit. And he did.
Boy, did he.
And I have to say, yes, it was a showcase for Scotty, showcase for a lot of these guys on this card right here. But the real MVP of this show, especially in 1989, was Jim Ross.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Especially for WCW, NWA. He lit a fire. He made everything sound so damn good.
Yeah.
Especially, Steiner lines.
Yeah. Now, did you like the fact that he would mention where these guys came from and what professional sports they probably started before they went to the WWE or the WCW or NWA?
I like that. I like the history.
Yeah.
I like that too.
It gets the fan watching on TV invested in the characters more.
Yeah. It made no sense to me why Vince never liked that. I mean, I get it. You have different perspective on how you have your characters, but
because Vince liked puppies.
Well, he didn't like puppies yet. He probably did, but
he did, but we just didn't know about it. It wasn't public.
And according to Triple H, he liked something else.
Cock.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Jim Cornette on commentary because he's in the midst of being a heel manager. That's who he is, and he wouldn't retire until many years later, and he did a bang up job as a color commentator.
They played off of each other so well.
Jim Ross the GOAT.
Yeah, Jim Ross. It doesn't matter when they say Ric Flair and Brett can just wrestle a broomstick. That's pretty much Jim Ross on the microphone. It doesn't matter who you got next to him. He's gonna throw fastballs. He's gonna make sure you play the catch. So that man, he knows how to call a game.
And Jim Ross, calling out. I mean, it was so. It didn't go unnoticed because Colt Cabana himself, he was like to get noticed by WWE. He was like, by the director of talent relations, Jim Ross. He's like, I gotta do some college football. He went to my New London High School wrestling career was very short lived, but at least he made the squad at the University of Chicago or wherever he went. Mm-hmm. And he Colt Cabana always told that story that he did a little bit of college football because he wanted the
credentials.
The credentials. Yeah. The credentials, so that Jim Ross was like, yeah, this Scott Goldman guy, he's Scott Colton guy. He went to the University of Chicago as a running back. one semester or 2 weeks. At least he went. So Jim Ross doing that with the athletic background, it goes back a long way, and it was noticed by people.
All right, let me have my little strap facts moment. We said this is a physical match right here, but 4 years later, WrestleMania 9, we see the Steiner brothers take on the SST. We see them guys go at it.
Edge Shrinkers.
The Head Shrinkers, yes. I feel like John would have said that by now. I figured I'd throw it out there.
Beat you to the punch, kid. Beat you to the punch.
The 3 degrees of separation, I think it's called.
6 degrees. 6 degrees.
Depends on how you have your layout.
6 degrees of separation.
I don't like it.
Jesus Christ.
That one. Yeah, that one.
Want to see another physical match? Check out the Steiners and the Samoan SWAT team, also known as the Head Shrinkers. Because wasn't somebody was on somebody's shoulder and somebody got body slammed off the top of the shoulder. I forgot who the hell it was.
I think Fatu was on Scotty, and then Samu came by and
he got caught and got body slammed.
Yeah, or it was either Samu that was on his shoulders and then Fatu. I think it was Fatu that was on the shoulders, if I'm correct. And then Scotty took the brunt of the body slam or whatever that was.
Still was impressive.
Yeah.
Still was impressive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, our next match, we have Norman the Lunatic taking on Flying Brian. I'd like to know who is Norman the Lunatic.
I have no idea.
You was a WWF guy. You should know who it is.
No.
BDC.
Ladies and gentlemen, he went by the name of Bastion Booger in WWE.
That freaking name?
Yeah, that freaking name.
He went bald, brother.
He went bald, and his singlet was dirty as hell.
Ugh.
What would you describe Bastion Booger's gimmick?
Literally, his name says it all.
Yeah, there's no no description necessary. Just really
disgusting.
He looks like a bed bug.
Ugh. Don't want that.
Zoom in.
Zoom in on a bed bug, and that's what you get.
That's Friar Ferguson.
Now he's a lunatic. He's unhinged. He's
not
insane.
Burgers just yet, though, right?
Nah, he hasn't become Bastion Booger yet.
No. All right, well, Brian Pillman, he's hot right now. He got some cheerleaders. The fans are loving Brian Pillman. And Norman has Teddy Long. And I'm very curious how the hell Teddy Long has Norman, Sid, and Dan Spivey. That's like 3 big men, but just wild personalities, all 3 guys right there.
I mean, you put Sid and Norman the Lunatic right next to each other, you're like, oh, you're twins.
That's because he doesn't discriminate, player.
Yeah, then after that, he went to Doom.
Yeah, he did have Doom.
Oh, let me see. I gotta see Teddy Lineup's roster.
Yeah, Doom. He would have Doom 91. If I
That's
believe.
What that Butch Reed and
Ron
Simmons. Yep.
Now that was before Ron became champ.
Ooh.
Yeah,
because Ron became champ in 92.
92 player.
There you go. Well deserved. Short run, but should have got a longer.
Got his name in the record books.
Don typing away on his Nokia N-Gage.
New iPad, player. New iPad. So Teddy Long managed Doom, Mean Mark Callis, Sid Vicious, and then he had John's favorite stable called the Thuggin' and Buggin' Enterprise. Mark Henry, Jazz, and D'Lo Brown. He also had Rodney Mack. He had One Man Gang.
Yeah, I can see that.
Marcus Bagwell, Too Cold Scorpio, Bobby Eaton. Wow.
Really? Bobby?
Christopher Nowinski, and Rosie. Oh, Mark Jindrak. Damn, he had a.
That was during the SmackDown days then.
Yeah.
When I wasn't watching.
He's the reflection of perfection.
So it said,
Man.
so when he managed Doom, got them the tag titles. The Skyscrapers brought these members to new heights.
So they didn't win nothing.
Johnny B. Bad to be a better competitor. Norman the Lunatic, his first managerial role.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Jazz guided her to championship success.
Jazz was going to get there regardless. I don't care what anyone says.
She was over in ECW.
Yeah. Over's not even the word.
Looked better than Whoopi Goldberg.
Like hell.
I dare you tell that to Jazz.
And
Dude out there rocking Paulie Dangerously gimmick before Paul Heyman's gimmick in ECW before Paul Heyman rocked it.
Who? Jazz?
Teddy Long.
At least Paul Heyman had teeth. What the hell was Teddy Long's teeth? Crack?
Yo, I'm looking at him. I'm just like, what the
That motherfucker was all
fuck?
lips
He was all bottom teeth.
I said, damn, bro. Player? Where the hell are your teeth at? Bastion Booger?
Oh boy.
Jeez.
His teeth were on another level, and I don't know what level that was.
Oof.
Good Lord. Jesus.
All right, well, let's get back to Brian Pillman and the Lunatic.
Well, you know, Teddy.
Pillman
well,
wins
you
with
know,
a crucifix pin. There you go. Long story short.
Yeah, pretty much.
The match didn't matter. Pillman looked good. They was pushing him to the moon.
Yeah.
Teddy Long, he's pissed off with Norman the Lunatic, and he's yelling at him with missing teeth.
He suplexed Norman the Lunatic at some point.
Yeah, he went for the tent real quick.
Yeah. It was like, yo, they was touting Norman the Lunatic at what, 380 something?
Yeah, 380.
And 384?
Yeah.
And Pillman suplexed him. And it looked, I was like, oh, okay.
One thing I'll give Pillman, he almost had a shot at being the best D tackle in college football. The only guy that beat him was the Fridge.
Boy strong.
Yeah. That's how strong this guy was. Very undersized, but had the fight of a pit bull. If he was 6'4", he'd probably be playing football and he wouldn't be here. That's how great of a player he was
Or he might have come over after his football career was over.
That too. But it would have been much later and he wouldn't have been Flying Brian. It'd have been something else.
The nose tackle, Brian Pillman.
Yeah. Look up his stats, man. He rivaled Fridge Perry really, really close. And
maybe he would have just came.
Size,
maybe he would have just came in as a loose cannon.
Could have been.
CTE cannon.
Oof. No.
Lexus King. All right, Strap, what are your thoughts on this match right here with the Lunatic and Flying Brian?
It's just another, I understand how they have to run TV programs, especially free pay-per-view style shows on free cable television. And just like the Z-Man, Tom Zank, and the Cuban Assassin matches earlier, it's just a showcase match for one guy, Brian Pillman, and he looked great. So make it the same way as the other. I mean, was it better than Sid Squash?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Sid Squash was more fun, but this match doesn't matter. But Brian Pillman is a star, though.
Yeah. I just hope his son gets an inkling of what his dad was, but you got the resemblance. I don't know if you're gonna have his same charisma. That's very difficult.
He doesn't have it so far.
How's he doing in NXT though?
I've followed him through AEW and now through NXT. He has something, but it's not quite there.
I don't know what this Lexus King gimmick is. I know you want to make a name for yourself, but
yeah, and that's literally what it is. That's literally what it is that he's gone with this name because he didn't want to ride off of his daddy's name, and I think at some point he's going to. At some point, he's going to go off of that name.
Get rid of that Beijing beard of yours. Leave the long hair. And be what you're known for. You're Brian Pillman's kid.
Stop getting facial hair painted on every week.
Well, unfortunately, it's the E, so they choose what they want for their characters.
That's him. That's him. You get more creative control now with your character.
I'm pretty sure. So. I'm pretty sure if he wanted to come in under Brian Pillman Jr., he could have.
He said it. You ain't hear him on CVV? Yeah, check that episode out. When he first signed with the company,
he could have definitely. He could have definitely come in under Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah,
I respect it though.
He wanted that make the name for himself, so he took his stepdad's last name, King.
That was his mother's last name, actually.
Bethany?
Yeah. Which is crazy because he does not have a relationship with his mom.
Her with
She's gone now too.
Is she?
Yeah, she passed.
Sorry.
The Dutch.
If you want to see Lexus King fight, he has a match this upcoming week on NXT in a blindfold match against I don't know the dude's name, the guy that looked like Randy Orton that's deaf.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Randy Orton?
Yeah, him.
Oh, interesting. So,
he's like, you're blind and you're deaf. He's like, I'm not blind. He sprayed him some mace.
Oh my God. What are we doing tonight?
Oh, Lord. We
might be canceled.
I mean, is Lexus King just the white Velveteen Dream? Is he?
Nah.
Not even close.
Nah, nowhere.
I don't know. I don't watch.
I mean,
I'm only using context clues.
Me too, because I'm not. It's not that I don't want to watch. It's just
I don't even remember anymore. Was he Brian Pillman in AEW?
Yes, he was. He was.
I had to think about that too. I'm like,
that I remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know it was him and the dude with the nice hair. Was it?
Garrison? Yeah, well, they were what, the varsity?
What?
What were they? The varsity
club
or something? Varsity club,
yeah.
something like that.
Everybody kept talking about Garrison.
Yeah, Garrison had that look, man. I'm sorry, bro. You might have had the name, but your partner had the look.
And his new gimmick is the frat house. Real big stretch for Griff Garrison.
Griff.
Jesus.
I hate manure.
Only on Ring of Honor.
They still got the
well, they're
two
still
boys
on TV.
and them boys.
MXM collection.
Oh yeah, they got a new shirt. Yeah, they got a new shirt.
That I gotta get. Them boys. Oh man. They're fucking hilarious.
Reach for the sky, boys.
Yeah, we miss them boys.
Shoot to the sky, boys.
Man. All right, well, after this, we see Gordon Soley interviewing Gary Hart, and he's asking, where is Terry Funk? And Gary Hart says that Terry Funk, he is in the building. They haven't seen him all day. Want to know if he's going to be in that main event match? We'll find out a little later. Well, our next match, we have Mike Rotunda taking on Dr. Death Steve Williams, JR's boy, Dr. Death Steve Williams, because he's from Oklahoma.
The guy that forced Steve Williams to change his name to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. You did us a favor.
Big time.
Did you guys like Dr. Death?
Didn't really know him like that. I've heard so much about him from JR, and from this match, I was like,
man,
you see anything impressive? He was a strong dude.
Yeah,
country
he was
strong.
I just,
And it's crazy. We know the ability of Mike Rotunda and how good of a worker he is, but he was just basic right here, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. You go from Mike Rotunda to IRS, and it's such a 180. And
he was basic then too. Everybody just know the name IRS.
It just seemed like he had more of a character change. Well, he did have a character change.
And do not forget the legendary Michael VK Wall Street.
I mean, you look at Mike Rotunda here in this match at the Clash of Champions VIII, and you're like, why is this guy doing this? Like, for some people, you can argue, oh, he's doing it for the money, do it because you like it, you have a passion, you grew up watching it, wishing you were a pro wrestler, and all that stuff. You know, you can see Hulk Hogan in his face. Oh, he loves being Hulk Hogan and doing the character. Even Ultimate Warrior, it's like, even if he didn't love wrestling and he just did it for the money and he was a bodybuilder, man, he liked being the Ultimate Warrior. Mike Rotunda, do you like yourself, man? Do you even care about yourself? Why do you exist? Do you like wrestling at all?
Think about it. He was at WrestleMania 1.
That's right. He's a Hall of Famer.
Well deserved.
R.I.P. Bray Wyatt.
And you're talking about Dr. Death Steve Williams, the infamous peg warmer. That's what we call the toys that no one buys that hangs on the shelves. Because all you saw in 1998 were Dr. Death Steve Williams figures at Walmart for $4.98.
Do you got one in the basement?
Yes. So Dr. Death Steve Williams, you know, his action figure is a white tank top with red shorts. I'm like, man, I can do that for Halloween real easy.
Yeah.
But watching him in this match, like, this is supposed to be prime Dr. Death. He's young, he's mobile and all that stuff. Man, it wasn't doing it for me, man. I don't know what JR saw in him, but at this point, I didn't see anything in him. I mean, yeah, it may have been a big hoss in football and college football or national football, but I didn't see it for him as a pro wrestler. He was just another. Yeah, he was just Road Warrior Animal minus all the charisma.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Maybe
just a big Okie. That's it.
He had the incredible Hulk hair.
Even Billy Jack Haynes at WrestleMania 3. Like, I remember watching WrestleMania 3 and just, I don't know who this guy is, Billy Jack Haynes, but he was very charismatic for the one match I saw him in. He kind of disappeared and then he went crazy many years later. But, you know, at that moment at WrestleMania 3, Billy Jack Haynes looked like a boss. But Dr. Death Steve Williams here, he's a trainee. He ain't nobody.
Good old Billy Jack Haynes, the guy who had Hercules Hernandez in that thing, in the full Nelson, and then proceeded to, I don't know if he threw up or what have you, but all of a sudden water's just pouring out of his mouth. Like, dude, you didn't even, you're like, when did you drink that? Like, it's just coming out. It's like, what the hell?
You will remember the details.
Right? Yeah, because that struck me as weird as fuck. I'm like, why is he look like he's like throwing up now? What's happening right now?
Sure, just like IRS, Mike Rotunda, all that damn sweat. I'm like, damn, bro, you only been in the ring for 2 minutes. You sweating like crazy.
Well, it's tax time.
Made him nervous. Oh, man. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this match right here?
Doesn't matter. Literally. I didn't care for it.
It was a brick.
So it's just lay there.
I mean,
hard to watch.
Of all those short squash matches, this is the fourth one, and this is the least entertaining, man.
Yeah.
Give me the Cuban Assassin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
At least his boots were colorful.
That was clearly the worst. That was clearly the worst of the squash matches until this one.
And it's crazy. This match went long. Seemed like it.
Unnecessarily.
Well, I mean, NWA was really riding on Mike Rotunda at the time because he was a technically superior athlete, but this truly shows you that technical awareness does not make a good wrestler, because he could be technically aware all he wants, but he's got the charisma at that time of a doormat. So it means nothing. It really does. You're trying to tell a story in the ring. You're not telling shit. You're just there.
I'm still trying to figure
doing
out
something.
How both his kids have more charisma than he does. I mean, granted, Bray Wyatt's just
Bray Wyatt. It was a whole different level.
Probably like got from his uncle and granddaddy.
Like it clearly skipped. It skipped a generation and went straight to Bray and with the bow.
Well, Mike Rotunda was not a blackjack by blood, so that's probably why.
Yeah, true.
So that's probably from his mama. That's where all
True.
the good charisma came from.
True.
All right, well, the finishers match, Dr. Death, he was trying to go for a body slam. He was trying to pick up Rotunda over the top rope. Rotunda, he was holding on the ropes, and then the referee just kicked his arms. Like, why the hell did you kick his arms? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, my man trying to defend himself, not getting slammed. You're just going to kick his arm, and the Doc countered, and he got the win. Like, that was kind of weird seeing that happen.
That was.
I'm tired of you cheating. The one time he cheated.
After the match, Rotunda, he attacks the Doc. This match doesn't matter. It went too damn long.
No.
Yeah.
They try to showcase Dr. Death. Yes, he was strong. Rotunda, he was a great worker, but he had no personality, and it did nothing for him whatsoever.
Yeah. Next.
I remember before we I remember when we were talking about the Hall of Fame, and he made the Hall of Fame with Barry Windham. Like, wait a minute, what the hell does this tag team do? Him and Barry Windham. What was it, Team USA or?
Yeah, wasn't they WrestleMania 2?
WrestleMania 1.
I mean, I think you could convince people, especially the modern generation, and especially after 41 WrestleManias, that anyone involved or who had a match at the first WrestleMania is Hall of Fame worthy.
Well, I don't know. I would not be surprised that part of the reason why that happened was because of Bray's death.
Put an IRS then.
Was that character really Hall of Fame worthy though?
And you know, that makes Barry Windham a 2-time WWE Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Well, it deserves it.
Yep.
Barry Windham.
Barry Windham is different, man.
Not on his own merits either.
Not from his WWF days, but definitely from his WCW days.
Yeah, Barry Windham was different. So
nobody knows Mike Rotunda. Real wrestling fans know Mike Rotunda, but everybody knows IRS. Especially around tax time. All right. Well, after this, we see Lex Luger with Gordon Solie, and Luger said that he is bigger than wrestling, and he explains why that he is the total package. And by God, Luger looked like a Greek god right here, man. The hair was just flowing so damn nicely. I was like, ooh, this is the face that you want to punch.
Yeah, punch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. Luger, he was a total package. He looked like a specimen right here.
He's a very mushy mouth promo, though. That
was actually a good promo, I thought.
I thought it was decent. One of his better promos compared to the other stuff he's pulled out.
It was believable.
Yeah.
Just goes to show that he could talk as long as he's not talking in front of people.
Hey, I kept talking in front of people too. Damn it!
And Gordon Solie, he's so damn smooth. What? He was smooth, and
just like Class A cigarettes.
Gordon was special.
I thought he was like the white Don Cornelius. He was that smooth, Soul Train smooth.
He looked like Miss Enders.
All right. Well, our next match is for the United States Championship. We have Wildfire Tommy Rich taking on Lex Luger. BDC, who is Wildfire Tommy Rich?
Wildfire Tommy Rich. Boy, you really expected something more out of that, huh? Yeah, you really expected more than that, huh?
It's crazy.
Sorry.
I just know him from ECW.
And he just signed for 20 million. Yeah.
I seen him WrestleMania Philly. I seen that one. I seen him in the crowd. He had a little table. I'm like, I don't even know who the hell this dude was.
A former NWA champion.
Yeah, was he? I think they did say that. Yeah.
Luger looked phenomenal, like I said, especially with the hair and the robe. Tommy Rich looked like he just got off the couch.
I like that robe. It's like Bobby Roode's robe. Anyway.
Yeah, Tommy Rich looked like he just got off the couch and just hopped in the ring.
No, I like that though. They were trying to tell a story like, hey, Tommy Rich. I mean, that's his credibility. Whatever. He was an NWA champion. It was for like a month or 2 months. It wasn't very long. but he wasn't. He was hot enough to get a championship run, which is still a big deal in the 80s. And hey, sometimes luck doesn't head your way, and this was his kind of like a comeback story. That's just what they're selling in commentary. So him
Opposites
looking,
attract.
him not looking like he's been in the gym lately, that fit it right into the storyline of him trying to make a comeback, and in the end, he didn't make it.
Yeah, he looked like dude came out looking like Ricky Morton next.
BDC has no love for Tommy Rich, the Wildfire.
Tommy showed a lot of heart this match.
He did.
He tried every suplex, every pin to try and take Luger, but no luck. Luger hit this jawbreaker slingshot, and then Luger just falls on back of him, and Luger retains. That's
now,
it.
when he pinned, did he use his leg for leverage on the rope? I think it was. Or they showed it, or Mel was wrong.
I don't think so. I think he just
fell over on him. He just fell over on him.
Luger's
I
blown
could have
up.
sworn they mentioned that, but maybe I was wrong.
I mean, I thought it was funny. Lex Luger went for a clothesline and then accelerated and went out the ring. I was like, oh okay. Like, don't you accelerate before you try to make contact? You accelerated after. That was interesting.
I tell you what, though, I like this match more so for Tommy Rich because I didn't know who he was, and like I said, I think prior to watching this, I thought it was gonna be a brawl, and I was right. Tommy Rich was really fighting from underneath and really showing Lex like, okay, I was the former NWA champion, and you know what? Maybe I do look like I just got off the couch, but I still got that fire, just wildfire, and he just went to Lex all the time. He didn't let up on him, and he's like, all right, I want this title. I want my redemption right now. I'm not gonna wait. So it was beautifully told, and the right guy won. I mean, yes, Lex was on the trajectory to go up, but man, Tommy Wildfire Rich, man, what happened to this company? The right backing. This little TBS show. Wow,
this is free cable, people.
I mean, were they counter programming WWE at the time?
No, they were purely. This was before they even sniffed that they had a chance of battling WWE at this time, or WWF. WWF was catching fire off of their WrestleManias and stuff like that, and they were getting these big contracts and stuff like that for these arenas. And at the time, like you said, this was a pay-per-view, and it was on TBS. So they weren't really they didn't really know what to do. They were still in WA. They hadn't really made that transition into WCW yet. They were still kind of figuring out where they stood with what in regards to the NWA. So basically, you're now talking about, oh, well, we are moving away from being a territory type of organization and try to become more mainstream. And how do we do that? And that's kind of where they are at this point.
So basically, they were letting WWE try to fail, so that way they can take over. And then they were like, "Uh-oh, we're getting a little bit far behind. We need to catch up."
And I don't even think it was that so much. I mean, because really, WWF trying to going into the mainstream and really becoming mainstream only helps NWA and WCW, NWA, and all the other wrestling organizations. But in order for that to happen, you got to kind of let it be. You can't if you go and you're trying to stomp on the success and they haven't even gotten there yet, then you pretty much destroy everything. So
like they're doing with AEW,
pretty much. So
that's going to backfire on them. I hope they know that. I hope it does.
Well, the thing of it is with AEW's doing a lot of stabbing themselves and they're shooting themselves in the foot a lot too. They're doing a lot of that.
I won't say that. They've been changing a lot. You might want
to slowly. I kind of have been. I've been paying a little more attention of late. I've been paying a little more attention of late.
Me and John will still have our
personally, the Young Bucks current storyline is hilarious to me.
I love it.
Rod and Todd, that shit was funny.
Dad joke of the night. Killer.
The Hanson theme song.
Yo, they literally was called Rod and Todd. It was like
that's a song.
Like I was like, are you kidding? I was like, yo, that's hilarious. Yeah, so
I love it.
I mean, yeah. So, but I mean, but all that to say, yeah, this is a time where WWE is kind of moving things to the mainstream, and you got to kind of let that happen. Once they get to that point where it's like, okay, we're here, then you can start to compete, and that's kind of that's kind of how the Monday Night Wars go. Because
So,
at
Strap,
that time, go ahead.
oh, my bad. I was gonna say, Strap. We see WCW on the rise with a newer, younger crop of talent. What are your thoughts on this young talent right here in 1989? I'm looking at the roster for 89 for the WWF right now, and everybody is damn near an established star.
Did I mention that already? That NWA and WCW at this time, they had all up and coming talent. I mean, if you try to take it in perspective, it's like we don't know what they would have become. We don't know that. We're just watching them as young stars, so people are not accepting of them right now. So even if the Stings and the Scotty Steiners and the Lugers are impressing the hell out of us, their audience is still not there. As legendary as the Steamboat Ric Flair trilogy of matches was, it didn't draw that much in terms of
mainstream, basically.
Of business. As legendary as it was, it didn't draw much in actual business or popularity. So WWF is just a juggernaut. And, if you were talking about a young up-and-coming Sid and Luger, it's like, well, how are they a match for that new Intercontinental Champion, the Ultimate Warrior, and Mr. Perfect, and Rick Rude, and the Big Boss Man? Their names are definitely more fun to say. So, but yeah, I mean, history is always something to appreciate in context. But if you just take it back to 1989, you have WCW, WWF. I mean, take your pick. It's kind of like we can't think of it like in today's terms. WWE, AEW, and that's what I was kind of thinking about. Like, you have all these young talent that people aren't necessarily paying attention to because they're on the wrong brand.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like, I mean, this is not a great example, but, Ricky Starks, Ethan Page, they're in NXT. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're not on Raw or SmackDown. Granted, if they were on Raw or SmackDown, they'd be lost, like Carmelo Hayes is. I mean, he had a fun match with The Miz on SmackDown, but I wouldn't choose to be Miz's partner. I don't know. That's just me. But, they were doing a decent job in AEW, and then they go to the competition, and they were placed in NXT. Maybe as a safe haven. Maybe it's like, we're not going to put you on the main roster. We're not going to mess you up yet. We're holding on to you. We got our thumb on you, but we know that you're good. We know that you're there, So how about those fans that were hardcore WWE guys? They're like, oh, all the AEW guys, they suck. Well, some of them jumped ship. Now they're your guys. It's like, well, do you change your opinion on them? Some would. Some are open-minded. Some won't change their opinion. And some will just say, I'll never like them no matter what. But I'll tell you this. I hated Drew McIntyre forever. Well, I turned my opinion on him because he impressed me enough. So anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, and ultimately my thing is if you're so close-minded that because the guy wrestled at one organization that you're going to hate him because he comes to your organization, that's a you problem, not an us problem. Yep. And that's something you need to get over with, because I'm good. People are going to come, people are going to go. And that's just the nature of the business. It's just now they have a place to go. If they will leave AEW, maybe they can come over to the E and they can come over to NXT, or they can go to TNA, or they can do, they have options where they didn't have these type of real options back 30 years ago. And, and just the mere fact that you're going to hate a guy because he's AEW, that's, again, that is a you problem. That is not enough.
Yeah.
Some people are very short-minded, but think of it in this terms of this show, this Clash of Champions right here. Where are this roster in 1993? Mm-hmm. They're at WrestleMania 9.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yo, that 89 roster for WWF. Whew. Hall of Fame roster right here, man.
Yeah.
Brewster.
Akeem. Andre. Arn Anderson.
But again, this is the roster that takes wrestling mainstream.
Yeah. Bad News Brown, Barbarian, Barry Horowitz, Boss Man,
Yep.
Big
But-
John Studd, Blue Blazer.
Don't you dare put Barry Horowitz.
Bobby Heenan, Boris Zukov, The Hitman, Brooklyn
okay.
Brawler, Beefcake,
Right.
Bushwhackers, Earthquake, Demolition,
Yes.
And
Dino
and
Bravo.
now,
Dwayne Gill.
but now think about how many of those guys are on WCW's rosters come the start of the Monday Night Wars.
My God, it's Ray Trailer.
Look at this. Dustin Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes, Gary Wolf, Anthony Durant, the Pitbulls from ECW. But their name at this time is called the American Bulldogs. The Genius, Greg Heron Valentine, Hacksaw, Haku, Harley Race,
Boy.
Hercules, Hillbilly Jim, Honky Tonk Man, Hogan, Jack Tunney, the Rouge Ode,
Jack Tunney.
Jack
Jeez.
Tunney.
I can't
Jake
wait
the
to go to the
Snake.
arena and get that Jack Tunney t-shirt, brother.
Jesse the Body, Jim Brunzell, Neidhart, Jim Powers, Jimmy Hart,
Yep.
Snuka,
Jesse, definitely.
Coco, Lord Alfred Hayes, Louis Spicoli,
No.
Max Payne, Macho Man, Marty Jannetty,
Macho, yes.
Mel
Ted
Phillips.
DiBiase. Perfect. Man, they loaded. Pedro Morales, Ravisher Rude, Red Rooster, your boy, Ronnie Garvin. Ronnie Garvin, he left WCW, went to WWF in 1987, 8,
Harley
probably the year
Race.
before. Yeah, 'cause we talked about that. We did a match between him and Ric Flair. And he won the title. I forgot what show he did, but it's one of
Hands
them.
of Stone, Ronnie Garvin.
Yeah. The Widowmaker.
Yo, they beat the fuck out of each other.
Remember the Widowmaker?
Yep.
There you go.
Wow.
He came back. And they got Zeus.
Zeke.
And then he go to WCW a few years later. He's Z Gangster. Oh, Lord. All right, well, back to this match.
It's not always the roster, man. It's how you use them or who you have backing you.
Who was running WCW at this time? Do you guys remember?
At this time, I
was that?
believe.
Who was
might have
running
been,
WCW at this time? It wasn't Crockett.
Ric
No.
Flair had the book.
'Cause Flair left
Flair?
because of the dude. He couldn't stand.
Well, I mean, Dusty had the book, but he was in WWF at this time, so I think Ric Flair was on the committee or the booker.
Wasn't it Cowboy?
Cowboy Bill
Well,
Watts.
not yet.
Not until 91.
Not
So then
until like I was watching that Brian Pillman match, and I'm like, remember Bill Watts banned moves from the top rope? That would kill Brian Pillman's whole
Yeah.
arsenal.
Yep.
Right there.
So yeah, that he wouldn't be there till I think 90, 91. That's when he would do the whole you can't throw anybody over the top rope gimmick. I was like, what is that?
I mean, this doesn't mean he's not a racist, but it's like people accuse him of it, and it's like, I'm the one that put the belt on Ron Simmons.
And
It says
mean-
that it was Kevin Sullivan and Jim Cornette booking in '89.
I could see Corny's handprints on this.
Well, the booker
Wait.
usually does commentary.
I
Vince.
noticed that.
Wait, do you
All
Do you want to-
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. BDC. Yeah.
what the hell? Do you want to know what the WCW roster of 1989 looked like?
Please enlighten me.
I'm looking
Shanghai
it up right
Pierce.
now. All right. So they had Abdullah the Butcher,
What?
Arn Anderson, Bam Bam Bigelow, Barry Windham, Bill Irwin, Bob Cook,
Don't know. him.
Bobby Eaton, Brad
Okay.
Armstrong, Buzz Sawyer,
Okay.
Cactus Jack Manson,
Damn.
Cowboy Bob Orton, Danny Spivey, Dennis Condrey, Dick the Bruiser, Dick Murdoch, Ron Simmons, Doom number 1, Butch Reed, Doom number 2, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, Dragon Master, whoever the hell that is, Dustin Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes, Eddie Gilbert, Fatu, Flying Brian, Gary Hart, Gordon Soley, The Great Muda, Hiro Matsuda, The
Okay.
Iron Sheik, Ivan Koloff, J.J. Dillon, Jim Cornette, Jim Ross, Jimmy Garvin, Joe Kazana, Johnny Ace, Junkyard Dog, Kevin
Yeah,
Sullivan,
yeah, the dog.
Lance Russell,
Wow.
Larry Zabisco, Lex Luger, Magnum TA, P.S. Michael P.S.
Magnum got
Hayes.
the injury. Damn it.
Yep. Mike Rotunda, Missy Hyatt, Norman the Lunatic, Ole Anderson, Paulie Dangerously, Paul Ellering, Ric Flair, Rick Steiner, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk, the Samoan Savage, Samu, Scott Hall, Scott Steiner, Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker, Shane Douglas, the franchise, Sid Vicious, Stan Lane, Sting, Terry Funk, Terry Gordy, Teddy Long, Tom Zink, Tommy Rich, and Woman.
They had a good roster.
They did.
Got a real good roster too. So
man, if it wasn't for that car accident, I think Magnum probably could have brought him to bigger heights than what they were. He was over.
They really needed a good booker, and they didn't have one at the time. They needed a good book.
Listen, I love my impression of Dusty and all he's done for the wrestling, but his booking sometimes I was like, that ending was not right, brother. You gotta,
finish.
You can't book heat all the time. You gotta finish. And I think that's why Pat Patterson was one of the best bookers of all time when it came to like storylines. He knew how to get you to the end. He really did. If WCW had a Pat Patterson or that type right now, I think they would have still been in business. It's just very difficult when you have somebody who he listens to you. Say, that's not a good idea, but how about we do this? And it's just that one change. You're like, oh wow, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back on subject. After this, we see Terry Funk. He's laying in the hospital bed. He's saying that he's in the hospital because Ric Flair was beating him with the branding iron. He said that this upcoming Tuesday night that he's going to take on Ric Flair. So Terry Funk, he's out tonight.
You jerk. You put me in the hospital. That's why I'm in here. But I'll be in the building. You won't know when. I'm coming to get you, Flair. Oh.
Good old Chainsaw Charlie.
All right, well, it's your main event time. We have the Great Muda with Gary Hart and his tag team partner filling in for Terry Funk is Dirty Dick Slater, as John would say.
The Great Dirty Dick.
The Great Dick. And they're taking on Sting and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And at this time, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, he's a 6-time World Heavyweight Champion in 1989. Excuse me. And Sting and Flair, they both come out with some beautiful women. And Dirty Dick Slater, he's sporting a cast. And he didn't try and use it throughout the match. And then he tried to go for a tag and got caught up in the ropes. That was hilarious. You just see him just hanging over the top rope. Did you guys see that shit?
I'm watching Dick Slater the whole time, and I'm just like watching him in his facial reaction. He's just...
crazy.
What the hell are you doing? Like,
I know 1994 Dick Slater with Bunkhouse Buck. I don't know this Dick Slater. It's crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your fish out of water.
Literally.
The guy who did not belong.
Yeah.
He really did not.
And my God, Muda was so good. He was so good in 89.
Yeah. He was so young at this time, too. He was like, what, 24, 25?
Couldn't tell with the face paint.
Very young, man. You're stupid. You're so stupid.
Well, he was good. Lightning fast. Before his time. Strap, you want to tell the people about Kenji Muta?
10 years later, he'll be tuning with Vampiro to no reaction. Kenji Muto, the Great Muda, he's had a great long career. He's primarily a New Japan pro wrestler. Him and Shinya Hashimoto and Masahiro Tono.
Glad you said
they were the Three Musketeers. They were the three top guys in New Japan, and they tore it up all the way through the 90s. All three of them were big names, top stars. And, of course, all top stars, they tend to fade away. But Great Muda, he would leave New Japan. He would start his own promotion, and that's where Sonata became a big star. It kind of coincided with Sonata as a rookie going to TNA and learning how to wrestle there. Then he became the Great Sonata and so forth and so forth. And, entered the Hall of Fame, WWE Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. And yeah, he's just a legendary. Even if he wasn't a WWE guy, he was well known through all pro wrestling circles. Everyone knew the Great Muda, so he's no doubt a true legend.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed with him as a kid, seeing him.
Oh yeah,
like the face paint. Granted, yeah, we had Sting, but you never seen somebody move as quickly as him. Back when you're, 5, 6, 7-year-old kid.
I mean, you ever seen like the toys that made us, So, and they're talking about the first line of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures, and the story about the Shredder figures that Shredder's not a short guy, but his action figure is really short because they couldn't fit him inside the packaging that they had. So the toy designers were like, let's put him in a kneeling
in a crouch,
mystical pose, and then he looks more mystical and ninja stuff, all that stuff like that. So that's kind of like the Great Muda. He just seemed like a very mystical character because he was from the Orient and he had the makeup and he had the mist. So he's just like, whoa, what is this? There was no New Japan World. There was no, mainstream way of watching stuff from overseas. But here it comes to America, and it's a big deal. And so he was the first. He's the first of his kind to do it, and sometimes that makes the biggest impression. And that's why, again, the Great Muda is such a huge legend.
Yeah, completely agree.
All right. Well, this match, it turned out to an all-out brawl. And Terry Funk, he makes his return, and he gets a plastic bag, and he chokes the hell out of Ric Flair. Laid him out. I said, oh, wow, this is where John Moxley got it from in the Death Riders.
Bingo!
You didn't know?
Bingo.
That's spot on.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know?
I didn't know till then, so okay.
Yeah, that was, oof.
Yeah.
So you rather have this bag than the Road Warriors shoulder pads?
I don't think that was even planned. I don't believe TBS even knew about it. So when that was going on, they were like, uh-oh. Like, yeah, let's just say Jim Ross said that they paid a heavy fine for doing what they did because...
On national TV? Yeah.
Yeah, they did not want that on national TV. Pay-per-view, different story. You can hide away from that. But when it's on national TV and you don't get the okay from the sponsors and all that, from what I heard, they lost a lot of sponsors from that.
Look. Daniel Bryan got fired for choking out the ring announcer with a belt.
Justin Roberts with the tie.
With the tie. So
the Dapper Yapper.
Yeah. So not too surprised about that. Don't necessarily. Now, mind you, they did also hang Big Boss Man from a cage. So
that was on pay-per-view. Was it on pay-per-view?
No, WrestleMania 15.
On Raw. Oh, was that on WrestleMania 15? Okay.
WrestleMania 15.
Because I was about to say, I thought that was on a Raw, but okay.
Nope.
But I mean, stuff like that, not good for TV apparently. So yeah.
So it was interesting. Sting definitely.
Sting showed out.
Sting showed up. Ric Flair, he looked good until he got choked out. Muda, can't go wrong with a Muda match. Dick Slater
was just there.
Yeah,
he was just there.
Filler.
Terry Funk,
the Wild Man Terry Funk.
Bent. What did he do? He bent the branding iron on Sting's leg.
Yep.
So Sting was pretty much not on his feet for pretty much that point on. You come to find out they got disqualified. But no one really, you never heard a bell.
Nope.
You never heard anything. Yeah. They were just like...
Just walk to the back like nothing.
It was like, they got disqualified. Well, okay.
You want to let us know?
Yeah. They did let us know that Brian Pillman was out there giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to Ric Flair to bring him back.
Goddamn.
And that's why he's the Horseman.
Because why would you announce that?
Well... gotta make sure Flair's alive.
Like you really just oversold the fact. Like, yeah, we clearly saw that he was out with a bag over his head. You really didn't have to come back. Oh my God, Brian Pillman was out here giving him mouth to mouth. Dude, what?
CPR was new back then.
Now they've got the inhaler out here. What do you need an inhaler for?
Steve versus other Timothy.
Anyways, well, did this main event matter?
Yes.
It mattered. It mattered because it showcased Sting. It showcased Sting. It showed Ric Flair in a very different light than what we all know of him. But really, the showcase was on Sting. And possibly the great Muda as well, giving him some shine. Because really, there was, like we all said, there was really no reason for Dirty Dick Slater to be there. He could have really just mailed it in and just stayed home or something.
How about you, Platino? Does the show matter?
Yeah.
Does the main event matter?
The main event does matter. They messed up with the whole bag. I mean, they probably shouldn't have did that, but I'm okay with it. It's wrestling. I mean, granted, it could have been really dangerous the way he held on to it pretty long. But yeah, it matters to me. Prolonging that rivalry, and it would lead to their I Quit match, I believe, right?
Yep, it would. It would.
See, even I remember a few things about the past.
And I mean, and ultimately, Flair did just enough to make it look realistic while not actually getting choked out.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Because, like, even when he had it wrapped, he still kind of had his hands in there to keep it. Yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah.
I know he probably told him, like, damn it, Terry, you crazy son of a bitch.
Strap, does this match matter? Does this show matter?
Two very distinct questions, Dom, but the first one I'll answer is this. The match, I will say it doesn't matter because it didn't deliver. I mean, it didn't deliver on what I expected it to be. It didn't deliver a match. I mean, we're not here watching WCW year in review. We're watching a standalone Clash of Champions. So we're advertised Great Dick versus Sting and Flair. And okay, fine. But as soon as you turn on the show, they're advertising Great Funk versus Sting and Flair. So you're a little confused, but because of how they list things, I know that Dick Slater's in the main event. They had a match, but it was not I hate. That's just me. That's me personally. I don't like these kind of matches. So that's why I didn't like it. But for watching 1989 from beginning to end, and you want to see storyline progression, then yes, it does matter because it was a storyline match, and sometimes that's what you need. But it didn't fulfill my needs for what I expected out of a Clash of Champions 8 main event. So I'll say the match doesn't matter. As for the show, we've had a lot of misses. So four preliminary matchups, if you will, of varying quality. But even if I didn't like the main event, there were tons of things. We've obviously had a great time. It's been a breeze, mostly talking, 90 minutes about this show. We've had a lot of fun with it. So overall, this show does matter.
All right, I have to agree. This show does matter. It definitely was a good time in wrestling. 89 is probably one of the best years in wrestling, especially for Ric Flair's career. They said 89 is his best year. And it definitely has me curious of what happens next. The next show is Halloween Havoc, and I'm kind of curious about that card.
Oh, my God.
And maybe we might have to review it after hearing the card record. I have the card. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah.
We're going to do it right now. All right. And open the match for Halloween Havoc 1989. We got Tom Zink taking out Mike Rotunda.
Oh, it's a winner.
What's the opposite of yeah? No.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
And listen here. That opening match went 13 minutes.
Just put me back in my Pokeball.
I have a pizza to heat up for 13 minutes.
Can you put me back in my Pokeball?
The next match, we have the Samoan SWAT team taking on the Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane.
Okay, now you turn it around.
Now we're talking.
Turn it around.
Now we're talking.
Our next match, we have Tommy Rich taking on the Cuban Assassin.
And you cut me off again.
All right, your next matchup for the NWA Tag tells you the Fabulous Freebirds taking on the Dynamic Dudes.
Bathroom break.
That's the tamest match I've ever heard of.
What? Who are the dynamic dudes?
Shane Douglas and Johnny Ace, John Laurinaitis.
I knew it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
People power.
Surf's up.
Lord, we ain't gonna cover this show. After this, we have another tag match. We have Doom, Ron Simmons, and Butch Reed taking on the Steiner brothers.
Okay.
Ooh, now we're back.
Bringing it back.
Now we're back.
After this, we got a United States Championship match. We have Lex Luger defending his title against Brian Pillman.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then we have another tag match. We have the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal taking on the Skyscrapers of Sid Vicious and Dan Spivey.
Ooh. Hey. I like the build. You slowly climbing up.
And then the main event is a Thunderdome match with special guest referee Bruno Sammartino. We have Ric Flair and Sting taking on Terry Funk and the Great Muda.
Oh my goodness.
The match that they should have had, but
And Great Muda has been replaced by Dick Slater.
Dirty Dick.
Is that something y'all want to do next month? Put it on the list.
I will think about it.
Yeah, that main event just kind of deflated me.
Yeah.
They started off slow, and then the main event.
Can we?
It was it's like the elevator in Disney.
Can we just do those 3 matches in a row? Can we just do those 3 matches?
We'll go back to that review of just 3 matches in one pay-per-view for this one.
Yeah. We'll worry about it next month because it's the month of September. And we kicked it off with Clash of Champions 8. But next week is Platino's choice. He chose Unforgiven, 2006. I'm going to run over that card right quick. In our opening match, you have Johnny Nitro taking on Jeff Hardy for the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
And then we have Kane taking on Umaga. Umaga.
This might be good.
Yeah. And for the tag team titles, we got the Spirit Squad, Kenny and Mikey taking on the Highlanders.
Sorry, fellas.
Yeah, that's gonna be a toilet break.
Then we have a handicap tag team, Hell in a Cell, with DX, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H taking on Big Show, Mr. McMahon, and Shane McMahon.
I don't remember this one, but
here comes the money.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody get their face stuck in Big Show's ass, I think, this match, right?
Well, yuck.
Oh, no. Maybe it was Sean. I forget.
Find out next week. All right, we have a women's match for the title. This is Trish Stratus' last match in the company full time. Trish Stratus is taking on Lita.
Oh, yeah, I remember that match.
That was a good match.
I remember that match.
We got Randy Orton taking on Carlito.
That's going to be... well, I don't know which level of Carlito we have at this time.
Yeah, it's the level of Carlito, and it's also the level of RKO at that point.
Yes, and our main event, if John Cena loses, he has to leave Raw for SmackDown. It's a TLC match for the WWE Championship. John Cena is taking on Edge.
This rivalry went nuts.
Yes, it did. Yes,
this
it
is
did.
spanning over the 8 months. From Elimination Chamber till now. Oof. And I remember, Dom, we was at your house, Edge with the cash in. We're like, what is this? Is he gonna do it?
Then we were all gifted that live sex show the next night.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that thing.
Amy Dubois. Me encanta.
Mijo. Yes, Mijo.
She won't. Never mind. I already have my Mijo.
Oh, man. Well, that's your show for next week, but that's a wrap for Clash of the Champions 8. And thank you guys, Platino, BDC, Strap, for chopping it up tonight. We had Ric Flair. We had some tag team madness. We had a lot of future stars. And the show gave us a little bit of everything. It does matter. If you enjoyed this episode, like, comment, subscribe, share. Reach out. We want to hear from you all. I'm the Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with the boys. These are my boys. And we will see y'all next week. Boom.
Boom. Steiner line. Bang.